Hey, Javi, can you show me an example of a trifecta? Yeah, let's get to Friday. We're at 2:15. We're at 2:15. Damn. Can't believe an hour, almost an hour and a half has already gone by. I think I need to speed this thing up. I kind of wanted to get to power hour on Thursday. All right, there's the break of 68. This 5 minute needs to close above. Here, oh, there was a potential blue purple on the 5 as well. So let's see how much time is left. It's still got a couple minutes. This could just start running. It might not present an entry. All right, there's that candle closure, right? Slightly risky because it is a 5 minute break. It already kind of would have wicked you out there on that pushback, and there, stopped you out. Stopped me out. Now we have a blue on the, oh, we have purple on the 1. There we go. Purple on the 1, purple on the 2. It's not ready to go just yet. Now I'm going to wait for that. Stopped out on that play. Oh well, move on. Now we got a blue showing up. Blue on the 2. What time is it? Oh, this is 2:40, so right before power hour. So maybe a little bit of choppiness here. There's another 5 minute that broke that area again. But until this breaks above here, that 79 area, it's a no-go. Oh, thank you, Zurdro, for that. That's not a trifecta. The trifecta is when you have all 3 signals lined up. So you have to have the buy, sell, sell, sell. All have to line up. The entry will begin at the 1, the continuation at the 2, and the trifecta is completed on the 5 minute signal, on that extra pop. So that's what the trifecta is. Yesterday there was a clean trifecta play on that long that we took for power hour. Very clean. The entry was on the 1 minute, and I wasn't paying attention to my 5. I was too busy yelling at the other guy. All right. There's a buy. There's a push. This is where I would. Oh, I got in late. Whatever. Right. Oh, the entry would have been down here, not there. That's a very late entry. Oh no, another blue. I would have already got my 1-to-1 RR on that if I got that better entry. Obviously got it super duper late. Now we got another purple. Oh, so now you're going to potentially have more chop. All right, there's another failed bearish, but this whole area is being fought. Do I have anything here? No. No, I got nothing there. Okay, there we go. There's a little bit of a push. Just trying to cross down, so it's not looking too good. Another purple. Yep, wasn't ready. And boom. Took the L. Oh well, wasn't ready to go. Oh wait, we almost got it. Oh, never mind. Not a trifecta sell, almost. 1 and the 5 lined up with the sell, but not the 2. So not a trifecta. Not a trifecta. Now we have an even wider range. And here's another one on the blue. It's like slow chop up. They're up to 5 minute gave us a nice range. Here we go. 5 minute gave us a nice range over here. So here's how I would play a 5 minute range on the 1. All right, if this stays inside, I'm immediately gonna just line up my lines on the 1 and the And the 5 right there. All right. So this is my 5-minute range. So anytime it will go down, right, I will look for a candle closure on the 5 to get out, and I will scalp the potential bounces. Let's see if this bounces up. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a no-go. Failed bullish move play up here, actually. Failed bullish move play up there. Let's see if this 5-minute... Oh, never mind. What am I doing? This is a failed bearish move play now. So I'm not looking at the time frames correctly on this replay. So now this is a failed bearish move. I'd be in the sells. I'd definitely be in the sells here. On the retest of 53. I hate like the lag on this. It's no good for me. Like my entry on the way I enter on the DOM, so much cleaner. The entry should have been up here at 50, right? Where my stop loss is. That should have been the entry. This should have been the entry. You would already gotten your TP. So let's go back. Let's go back and actually show you guys how this should have been played. Because that was a immediately failed bullish move. Right? Got your 5-minute range. That just immediately broke it. So if you were in a potential long for bounce, you get out of it. Let's see when this closed. This is what, 308. So a couple minutes, it would close. All right, there's the closure. You will look for a sell around there. I think I got in late again. Stop loss. TP. What was the stop loss? Like right about... Should be the center of that purple. Should be like right here for potential. Let's see if it gets the move. Again, not the best entry because the entry should have been at 55. There you go. That's how it should have been played. The entry should have been 55, which would have been a much better entry. Oh, not 55, 51. And that would have been that play down into that level. And let's see if it'll continue to go or if it pops itself back up. Risky buy signal. Cross below. We saw this earlier, right? What time is it here? 3:20. It's 3:20. So I'd be cautious playing that. Here's a pullback. There it is again. There's a failed bearish move. All right, let's see if this candle closes below. Very violently below. Let's see what happens here. Boom. There you go. See? Rinse and repeat. Again, not my true trading style because I would have runners running. That would have probably taken out my runners right there. As long as it stays below that 40 area, there's potential rejection. There's a pullback up. Next would be that 50. Right, that 50 area would be the next area to potentially get tested, which would be where that 5-minute break was. We have no more bearish candles. So there's one right there. So now this, we go here. Two-minute, 5-minute trying to form a blue. Right, you broke that trend as well here for other potential continuation. Now let's see. Oh, there's a failed. Right, there's a failed bullish bearish move. Right, this didn't give me a clean entry. I would have liked a better entry at 42. It gave you 48. Still got 20 points off of that. There's your retracement play at 75. I think I went for this in Power Hour. I went for that retracement up at 75. This was Thursday. I did go for this. I played this. I remember. And I went for that 75. And it took a while to get there. I had my one runner running to 75. And then we should get 75 shortly. That's that secret menu item for Quantum. The candle retracements. The center points just so happen to line up with a level. Right, there's another one right here. And right, if you're going to see continuation, then you want to see that break. 2-minute also formed another one. There's the break attempt. Didn't break it just yet. Very wild wick there. Just back and forth, back and forth. Oh, failed bullish move. Pushed back down. The 2-minute barely held it. You guys see this? That little 2-minute blue right here? That's what held it right here. Barely held it. Barely closed above, gave that little push up. Now another bearish candle. It's getting very wicky here. 350, that was MOC. That was it. Okay, that was MOC now. So we didn't get that push to 75. That must have been yesterday then. That was MOC. Does MOC push up to 75 here? I remember taking a play that hit 75, and I can't remember if it was yesterday or if it was this day. There's that push. But I don't remember it happening after MOC. But I have horrible memory. So it might have happened after. There's that push to 75. That might have been it. There's that push to 75. That might have been it. There's that retracement, right? Next would be up here at 85 with that level at 86. There's that rejection, and boom, right back down. And now, at the end of the day, these are all gone. End of the day, I don't care about these until Asia opens. And then they would all be gone. All right, that was Thursday. Time went by really freaking fast. I'm gonna go over power hour yesterday, and then I'm going to call it because we got some stuff we got to go do. All right, so those blue and purple candles you mark up for extra potential resistance. Are they only on the one? No, I mark them up on my charts on each time frame, right? And what I preferably like to see is that they match up on multiple. Like when you have an area like at 98, and then you have the area at 98 also on your 1 minute, right, up here at 99, and you have the area on your 2 minute as well up here at 95. You have that bearish candle right here. That area all of a sudden has a really strong resistance zone to keep an eye for rejection. If it's just a single time frame, especially like the one, it's not as strong. It could still absolutely play out really well. But when you have when you're looking for a reaction, right, whether it's resistance or support, it's best when you have multiple time frames showing the same resistance area. So you have purple candles around the same price, gives that area extra strength. Same thing with the blues, right? Support zones. You have multiple blues, right? You have a blue on the 1, blue on the 1, blue on the 5. That whole area all of a sudden has a stronger support zone as well to be cautious and patient for, to see if you're going to get a potential bounce reaction. Obviously, I look at the DOM, right? So when I see where I'm at 40 and 27, what do I have on my charts at 40 and 27, right? Do I have anything at 40 on my 1 minute? No. Do I have anything in my 27? Yes. I got this blue candle here at 29. So now this 29 area is more interesting to me than that 47, unless I have something else, right? Oh, I have a blue here at 45 and at 51 on the 2 minute. Okay, so now on the 1 and the 2, right? So that area, I would look for reaction as well, right here, between here, right? Matched up with that 5-minute blue. So you saw that wick come in at 48, pop back up for 10 points. So that's what I'm looking for, right? That's why I use the multi-time frame analysis thing. All right, again, pushing down into that area. All right, we're getting 46, breaks 46. Next will be that potential 27, 33, right? You have a level at 33, and then we would have that 27, right? There's the break, right? Broke below. You want to see it retest and reject. If it breaks back in, and this is after market close, so it's going to do weird stuff. But sometimes it still does what it does. Like there are times I watch aftermarket and I'm like, it's still kind of moving. But right now, right, it's pulling itself back into that little area, right? There's a little bit of a current rejection. Let's see if you see the failed bullish move here. There's the failed bullish move. All right. And there's a rejection. There you go. See, it's like on repeat. It just happens over and over and over again. And this is market close 454. Like a monster. Look at this. Right, 42 stop loss would have been 5 points for a 20-point drop. Look at that. Right before the market and closed. Oh my God. And then 6 o'clock. Now we're at 6 o'clock. Right, 6 o'clock tested that level, that area, rejected, pull down. Now it's testing it again, rejected again, hard rejection. Right, I treat market opens all the same way as MOC. I look at levels. Right, market open, I have the level at 37. If it couldn't break 37, rejection, clean rejection. Where's our next area? All the way down here at 27. It's racing down to it. 6 o'clock. Next day. Right, do I have any candles here to line up with it? Right, next one's all the way down here at 910. Broke through these guys, right? 455. And this should be here right now. Right, and then at this point, right, if you caught that rejection at the open up here at 601, stop loss to break at 37 potentially. Pull down, right? Now I'm waiting for my candles to appear and a potential play for continuation if it's going to continue to go down, right? I got a blue on the 1, I got a blue on the 2 now. All right, this is going to retest that same area, that 37. All right, I'm always respecting areas to get retested. There's a little bit of a stacked level on the 1 and the 2. 5 minute is trying to curl up as well. Now I want to see what it does. If it does get up there to 37, there's 37 right there. That didn't look like a hard rejection. Action lines are trying to curl, but not just yet. There's the tap. Now we got a purple. Nope, didn't stay purple. Nice curling down. Looks like a potential rejection of 37 if this can start pulling down and giving us a cross down. There it is. Look at that. Boom. Simple. Rejected 37 for 27 points. Right? Now I'd be cautious, right? Because this is pulling up. We got a potential candle now to keep an eye for. If this goes, that's actually a nice push continuation break level, right? Confirmation that that level is a resistance point. There's a nice low risk entry, 5 points, push down. And again, right, I prefer to look at the DOM. Failed bullish move on the 2. Nope, didn't close below. Look at that. Closed right above at the last second. Or 92, pulled right back up. Pulled itself right back up. Let's see if it wants to continue down and break this candle, right? There's a break. There's a push, right? Give you that little bit of a retest at 92. There's a continuation. It's on repeat, right? But what does it need to break next to that? So here, right, would you have gotten your 1-to-1? Your risk 92, your stop loss would have been 8 points, right? What did you get? 92? Hey, you got 10 points. Yay. All right, here's another one. Next one, big guy. All right, next it would need to break that level here. So this is where you play cautious. Big risk here. Now, you know, your entry would have been around 85, 83. You would have risked 10 points. You're playing against that level. Oh, you got stopped out. A++ setup on the way up. There's a bearish candle finally. Nope, didn't stay. It's going to be bearish on the 2 minute. So I'll mark it up on the 2. Oh, there it is on the 1. Right. And again, we're at 10x speed right now. So this is going very fast. Failed on the 1, it failed. On the 2, it didn't. So I want it to fail on the 2, not on the 1. 1 has a bunch of levels to keep an eye for. There's another failed bullish move here, but bounced off the level, holding onto that candle. Super chop right here. Patience, right? There's a potential long. Oh, I got in late as fuck. But, oh, you know, again, not going to give me my entry would have been down here. All right. At this point, if I'm up good, right, I'll be like, oh, let me take my money. There you go. Boom. Scalp. Right. Again, we're at 10x speed, so entries are going to be horrible. But you'll see how repetitive this thing is and how you have to be patient still, right? There's going to be chop zones everywhere. So you have to be extra patient and just take your plays when you see them. Look at that, right? Runner would have been running. My runner would have been trailed out right here on that push at 24. Now, if it breaks 24 and it breaks this candle up here at 25, we'll test 37 again. But guess what? It rejected, right? It didn't break it. And just doing it all night. A++ setup sell, right? 34 resisting at 27. Boom, nice sell down. Another setup. Right, 5 minute is going to form a potential wide range here. Right, 5 minute would have the blue down here. And then your purple, one would be here, the other one would be here. So I wouldn't be looking for longs until these purples start breaking. I'd be focused on the continuation down until I see the opposite start occurring. Right, look at that. So far it held that level down there. We got a potential failed bearish move on the 5. There's a failed bearish move. If I'm going to test it, right? Not the best entry, obviously, because this isn't going to give you clean entries. This would be like all the way up here, which is crazy. I would not be taking that. And if we get the continuation push, right? Oh, there it goes. Yay, right? On repeat. It's going to keep going, I think. I don't remember how far it went here, if it kept going, right? But that retest entry at 78, right? You get that nice push. Take your money. You had actually a little better setup on the 1 minute, 85.92. So on the 1 minute was actually a 10-point risk. You definitely got it. You definitely got that on your 1 minute. I would have played the 1 minute more than the 5. There's your pull right back up. It's retesting that 5 minute breaking candle. We got a potential cross up, not a trifecta. We just got a triple cross up occurring here. Let's see if this 5 minute locks in. There's your level, right? And now if we can hold 77, preferably when a level locks in, I don't want to see it get retested immediately. There's a purple candle for potential failed bearish move if this level is going to hold. Let's see if it can break. Yep, there it is. 87 breaking. Nope. Wick. All right. You know, if that level holds, oops, late as hell entry again, right? Not a fan of that. Again, not a fan of doing these on here because the entries are super duper late. The entry would have been down here. It would have already been smooth sailing. There you go. No purple. And there, took it out there. Obviously not the best examples because of the speed of this thing, and the entries are horrible. Now we got a failed bullish move on the 5 minute, right? Oh, failed bullish move. Yes, well, I want to test it. Let's test it, right? Same thing. Am I going to take another L? Maybe, right? Oh, took another L. Oh, well, right? That 5 minute level held, right? I went up against the 5 minute level. I lost. Strike 2, right? The long was still good. 5 minute level held beautifully, right? That's the risk that you're taking. So I want to show you what it looks like. Right? If I'm going to test something, I'm going to learn from this, right? I'm going to take a screenshot. Oh, I just lost a trade. Screenshot. Go back and review what happened. I took the short against a 5 minute level. Am I ever going to do that again? Probably not. Because it's so close, right? Oh, failed bearish bullish move. 5 minute, failed bullish move. Couldn't break the 5 minute level. Next time, I'm going to wait for that 5 minute level to break. Jot it down, put it in my head, save it, move on. If the DOM is speeding, how to know is it in your direction? You want to see, so when the DOM is speeding up, you want to see it speed up, and you want to see it like violently jerk up in the direction or down, right? You want to see it get speedy in an area that you can match up on your chart, and then you want to see that reaction, that pull up, and then you don't want to see it come back to touch it too many times. Every time it pulls back towards it, you don't want to see it get lower, right? You want to see it kind of violently pull up. Same thing on the resistance zones. You want to see it pull up, reject hard, then pull up again and not get higher. You don't want it to get higher than it previously was. You want it to continue to react at that area and then reject hard. Yes, violently speedy jerky. I'm gonna make more content on the DOM. Because I know the DOM reading is one of like my things as well, but being able to determine how the DOM reacts at those areas, right? And looking for the bounce, how hard does it bounce off of it? How hard is that reaction there is very telling on that zone's strength. It's very telling. It's a lot. It's a big confluence. When I'm playing levels, right? If I'm playing a level, it's not a confluence when I'm playing the breaking bearish and bullish candles, because I'm just entering on, I know where my stop loss and things are. I'm not playing a reaction. I'm playing well, it's the reaction of a breaking bullish or bearish candle, but I'm not playing on the Dom's reaction. I'm playing on just what I'm seeing on the chart. When it's a level reaction, right? Any area, fib, orb, attached with quantum level, or even the quantum candles, I look for that reaction around them, and I want to see, does it get violent when it gets up there? Does it really start speeding up? And how's that rejection or that support look like? Am I seeing it push up and then push down soft, like a little pull down, like maybe a 4 point pull down, not super violent, and then it pulls itself back up? Or is it like it pulls up, jerks down, like almost teleports like 6-7 points, pulls back up a little bit, but doesn't get as high, and then pulls back down again? And then I'm like, okay, there's good resistance around that area. And that's what I'm going to make a little more content on that. Because the Dom is a big part of what I, how I determine reactions around levels. I'd like to see the Dom is speeding. Do the purple and blue candles ever get invalidated? Yeah, when they break. As soon as they're broken, they're invalidated. So as soon as there's a candle closure above or below, they're gone. Like you see me, I delete the lines, right? This purple candle, no longer valid, right? The only valid one is this one, that one, right? Blue, look, breaking of a blue, failed bullish move, right? That one's no longer valid. Which one still is? The ones down here, right? The ones that have not been broken are still valid, right? You got this one here as well, right? So actually, like I would put this down here, right there, right? Anything that's been broken. Oh, look, failed bearish move on the 5-minute. Potential continuation up, right? But again, right, what's the next area? 19, then 21, 24, boom, cracking through. Now you just want to see it continue to hold up here, crack through there, right? There's the tap, boom, there's the break. Now you want to see it continue potentially to 37 again, right? Right back to 37, where it rejected before, right? That 37 was the stronghold. But again, right? Oh, look at that. Pulled back, pulled right back up. And the closer it stays, right? I look at the candles in the Dom reaction, the higher the chance of it potentially trying to break. But again, right? If you see that resistance, you see that pullback, there it is, right? Again, resisted 37. Now it's trying to hold this area. There's a blue. Didn't stay blue. It's a bearish blue, so I wouldn't even touch it. That's a bearish wick. All right. Look at that. Rejected 37 again like a charm. Beautiful. And again, I'd be looking at my Dom to see what a reaction would be as it approached 37. Right? Initially, that wick here would be very telling of a violent pull down. Came back up. Soft pull down, not as violent, right? Only a 3-point. Then it started getting violent again. And then you started getting that push down. Right, teleported actually. This is a failed bullish move with a gap, so be cautious because that gap might want to fill. There's the fill. All right, now we want to see if the continuation will push if it breaks back below 10. There's your new quantum range. Now it's breaking a failed bullish move here, a bearish move. Nice pull up there. Look at that. Right, now I would wait to see which one broke. That one broke. You had your play right there. Up to here, pretty risky still up against a 5-minute level. Right, so your entry would have been anywhere around 17, unless you clutched a 16 entry. Stop loss right below that 13. Boom, push up. And again, like forward testing, I prefer forward testing than back testing because seeing it live happening over and over and over again is much more fun to me than going back. But it's fun to show you guys where these trades are throughout the day because you can see so many. You can take so many, right? And you're going to lose some. You're going to lose some, right? Back to 37. Still rejecting, right? 37 all the way back down to 27, 25. Look at that, right? Another failed bullish move. Oh, look at that, Oh, look at that failed bullish move right there. Boom. Right, now breaking that one, right? But what does it need to do? It needs to break that freaking 210. Bounce right off of there. Right, blue candle. We have a blue candle on the 2. You have that blue candle on the 5. You see the strength. Is it almost time? Okay, so you can see that 210 right here. Look at that, right? I was telling you, multiple time frames, multiple confluence for a strength in the area. 10, 10, 10. That's where we bounced. Okay, so I want you guys to be able to pay attention to the strength of these candles and why multi-time frame analysis is such a big deal for me to catch these really nice, consistent plays. When all three line up, they give you really nice confirmation, really nice areas to look out for. Look, oh, pulled up 234 again. It's going to break finally. No, I'm not playing until it breaks it. Every rejection point, right? Right now, right? The DOM is now looking weak at that level. Look, there's no pullback now, right? Let me go back. Let me go back here a little bit, right? So pay attention to the candles because again, not having the DOM kind of sucks, but you can see the pullback on the candles as well. As it approaches 37, right? Approaches 37, look at the weakness of the pullbacks on these candles, right? You can see that it's making no lower low now, and that's finally giving me a tell that this is gonna try to break it. It breaks it, right? Bulldozes through. Let's see if it retests 37. There's a level at 34 now, right? Immediately pulls back down all the way to 34, bounces off that 5-minute level, failed bearish move, continuation, right? There it is, right? Same thing, failed bearish move, little retest, continuation. 67 could be next, but it might take its sweet little time to get there. Again, I don't use levels as targets, just areas for where it might get to. Another failed bearish move. Let's see if we get some push up here, right? There's your retest right there. There's your push up. Okay. It's on repeat. This is why I can find trades whenever the hell I want, right? 52 stop loss was like 3 points, right? Gave you 6, 7, then pulled back down, retesting these blue candles, right? At 49. Now let's see if we get a failed bullish move for a flip. Or nope, guess what? It's still trying to pull up. Oh, 2-minute failed bearish on the 2. Let's see if it starts to range here or if it continues, right? Because you got that level at 57.75, right? This is what's holding it down now, that 2-minute level. Failed bullish move on the 2, failed bullish moves on the 1. There's your retest, there's your rejections, back down to the 40.37 area. Now this would be an area that held before, boom, right to 35. There's that 5-minute 34 area. Let's see if this area wants to hold. Tappy, 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 right at 34. And boom, look at that. Push back up to 47. And now let's see if this will hold or this will come melt down on that failed bullish move. It's happening so fast. Pull down, right? Scalp that. Now I got a play right there. Violent pull down, right? And as you get comfortable reading this, you'll be picky with your plays, right? If you played that bounce, okay, would you have played that rejection? I might have not, right? I'm going to look for one play. I'm not going to go for back to back to back to back. So if I play this, I'm probably not going to play that. I definitely like the failed bullish move play. Obviously played out way more better, but right, if I caught that, I'll be like, oh, I just missed that. Oh well, no FOMO, none of this. Oh, I should have played that instead, or shoulda, coulda, woulda. Don't do that to yourself, right? Because then you're gonna get into plays where you think they're gonna run and they don't, right? Always be happy with what it gives you. Gave me a 10-point push. I'd be perfectly happy with that. Oh, I missed this 40-point meltdown. I missed it. Oh well. Right, there's back to that. Look at that, 93, right? 93, blue candle right there. Do we have anything on the 1 or the 2 at that 93 area? Oh yeah, we do. Look at that, 94, right here on the 2-minute, right there. Let me see if we had anything there on the 5. Nope, nothing on the 5. So the 5 would have been all the way down here at 76, right? We had a stack level at 85. So that's a strong stack level. If it didn't make it, got to 91, didn't make it by 6 points. We had these 2 blues on the 1 and the 5. There was your flip. Okay. Let's go to Power Hour.
Let's go.
Okay, we gotta go. Oh yeah. What time does the movie start?
I went to the movie, the store.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Crap. All right, guys, let's go to Power Hour real quick. I'm gonna show you guys the trifecta setup, and then I gotta go. All right. Select date. So this was yesterday. Power Hour was 1500. Select. Okay. Awesome, Aaron. I'm glad, brother. All right. 3 o'clock yesterday. All right. Power Hour presented a beautiful, beautiful A++ trifecta setup with the failed bearish moves, everything that you want, right? This is where the trifecta began. Okay. This is where the trifecta began. Okay. Remember what I say about multiple candles, right? This one was all the way down here. I didn't have anything on the 5, but I did have these two marked up on the 2 and the 1. Right? That 80 area. The 80 area, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have them on my chart right now, but I believe I had a soft spot somewhere around here. I can't 100% remember. Okay. All right. And here was the beginning of the trifecta. This was your A++ setup entry. Your entry should have been at 88. Okay. If you're looking for the 1 and the 2 lining up, holding that candle area, right? You got your 1 and the 2. Okay. The 2 minute, this is where I actually began my entry, was on the 2 minute. No, not the sell. What am I doing? Okay. Just for shits and giggles. Okay. I began my entry here. Remember when I said it breaks 910 or whatever it was? I can't remember exactly, right? And then it just took off, right? Now there's your 5 minute trifecta, right? My chart was a little off. Some of you guys pointed out to me that your 5 minute didn't trigger the same way that mine did. I refreshed it and then mine cleared up. Okay, and there's that 5 minute trigger. So here's your trifecta: 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, right? But what needs to happen next for this trifecta to go? It needs to break that 1350. So you remember, right, when I was getting all pissy at that Phoenix guy, if this breaks 1350, I want to see it break, retest it, and then I want to see it take off. So that 1350 broke, right? It pushed up, came back down to test it, caught that 14 entry, and it just took off. Okay. And this was a trifecta play. Look at that. Beauty, right? Failed bearish move all the way up to 41, right? Oh, we're up pretty good on 1 mini. Yay, right? I was in this with 4 or 3. I forgot, right? What it was. And there goes. There's a big explosion move. Beautiful trifecta setup for Power Hour. Insanely rare. Insanely rare. 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, all lined up. Boom. Monster takeoff, right? Just letting it ride wherever you want it. Not wherever you want it, right? You ride it up until you have points of resistance, right? Next one here, nothing here until that level at 93, right? Here on the 5, on the 2, nothing until all the way up here at 25,008 would be a retracement zone, and then nothing up here until all the way up top at 2525. And that was that beautiful push. Beautiful trifecta push for Power Hour. Very rare. Failed bearish move, right? You can see all the failed bearish moves. You can see where there was a failed bearish move right here. Nice little retest 3-bar setup. Pushed all the way back up. Another nice failed bearish move with the retest 238. And that nice violent push up on MOC as well. And it just kept going. Beautiful trifecta here. This was as beautiful and as perfect of a trifecta setup you could have gotten. And we caught this bitch. And we caught this bitch during Power Hour. Which was insane. Yeah. Good job, girl. I got my girls. I love you. And this was just as easy of a call as you can get. Like picture perfect, retested 13 on the break. We got in. I got in at 14. Zero pullback, and then it blasted off into outer space. Then you had your purples. Now you had your barriers, right? I would have been happy with whatever I've gotten at that point. Right, MOC is approaching. I know you gotta go, and we gotta go, guys and gals. I'm trying to like speed it up, but I lose track of time doing this. So you guys see how much I love doing this. I lose track of time doing this. We're gonna do this again, okay? It might be later. Next time it might be later. It won't be this early, but I'm gonna do this again, so I'm not so rushed. I love doing these kind of things with y'all. Like you don't understand how much enjoyment I feel seeing you guys succeed, but I also want you guys to know, those of you that are struggling, please ask questions. Don't be afraid to show your losing trades. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are no dumb questions. Okay. I used to ask the dumbest questions back in the day. I want you guys to ask what you think is a dumb question, because that's going to make you better. Don't be afraid to ask a question, please. Okay.